Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set, 19! Not today, you are. Not today.
Watson, off play action. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Underthrow. Come on. Watch the screen. Watch that alert. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Watson looking deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Crabtree the target on that one. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That is caught by Cohen. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Jackson on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Ekeler. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Cover.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Cohen. He heads right. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4 down. 4 down. Okay, yeah. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Okay,
he can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Go. He's going to go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run forward to Cohen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A 22-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't know no better.
Watson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Watson looks to throw again. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Lindsey. A 14-yard pickup. But it's 3rd down.
Check, 59. Let's pick it up.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills nothing.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Rap. Shit. Alert.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. Check. Hey, switch gears. Hey, 31.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second. Quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Hey,
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the gun, here's Watson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Faking the give, now Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. Check 52's the play. Yeah.
Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incomplete. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
52's the mic. Watch the twist.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Watson just beating the play clock. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Watson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Big stop, G. Big stop.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Ricky. Check. Lucky.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Mike 59. Echo. Here I come.
Throwing again is Watson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got it. Check.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Show it up, show it up.
Here's Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check pass, check pass. Check 9, check 9. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Go, I got it, I got it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
My 52. 6 man. Check curls. Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught. Jones. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Jackson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Whoa, 52, right 52. Watch the slant. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Switch up, switch up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Mike 2, Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Again, it's Cohen. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
52's the Mike, boys. You don't want nothing.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. On first down, it's Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
52. Mike 52.
Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
What's that? 19. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Joker, Joker. Joker. In the car. He's coming. He's coming. Alert. We got double up.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go, D. At 59. Here I come again.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Watch that. Kill. At 55. He's crashing. 54. Back. 69. Check guy.
Now on second and 13, Watson buying time to his left. That's complete to Slayton. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Three buzz.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check three. Shift.
First thing.
Flare. Check the backer.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the blink out there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This is Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
52's the mic.
Not here. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 56.
Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shift.
Check. Go. 37.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Bring it. Bring it.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Small.
All day, baby. All day. Mike 52. Mike, shut up.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. Steps away to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Short. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
59.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Watson on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Hey, 31.
Mike 5'9. Let's get the ball. Share. Wide. Get wide.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They're going with Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You better bring it.
Say, Eddie Weber.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Check 31, check 31.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations.
Shift.
Go.
SOS.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Hey, 59!
You ain't got nothing.
He's checking. Crash. 59.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's caught by Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Safety's creeping. Shift. 54. Double up. He's coming.
Out of the gun, Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Watch the edge. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you, punk.
Watson looks to throw again. It finds Crabtree for the completion.
That's it, baby.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Check 43. 54. 56 to Mike.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch twist. Hey, alert. Kill. Turn it up. 54.
One last throw here for Watson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Miami, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Trips I had to go